Hey, what's going on, everyone? Serving on D. Ramont, Ohio, Kingdom of Heaven is at hand. You know, my wife, she listened to yesterday's message, Incomprehensible Conflicts, and she was kind of hung up on the heaven declaring YAH'S glory part. She understood the comparison between Job and the covenant people, our situation. And she kind of was able to comprehend that, but she had a sticking point when I got to the heavens declare the glory. What I was trying to do, I was trying to include how we are the glory of the Most High. When you talk about glory, you're talking about a high quality of mass, a high volume, something that's solid. And so we being the glory, as you know, in Romans 8:18, Paul said, the suffering of this present life will not be compared to the glory that will be revealed in us. And so when you're talking about suffering, you're talking about hardship, distress, challenges, struggles. There's no nation on this earth that fit that description but us. And so she kind of got hung up on the heavens declaring the glory of the Most High. And so I thought I would come and briefly touch on it. I'm going to do another message and dig deeper, but I just wanted to bring out some key points. When you talk about heaven, you talk about a Hebrew term that is Shemayim. Shem means name, and the Shemayim is a mem, which is water, which represent people. You also talk about heavens meaning the firmament. And the firmament means to stretch out. And when you stretch something out, you expand. As a matter of fact, scientists call the heavens the expanse because it's been stretched. Also, we call it space. And in the heavens, you have the cosmos. And each planet, all the stars and the moon, the sun and everything, it has a specific duty. It's been named. The Most High named each one of them. The stars reflect light from the sun. The sun has rays that shine into the earth. And in those rays, there are various atoms, electrons, photons, and they vibrate. They release substance as they vibrate and smash and rotate in orbits into each other and reflect off each other. And other particles of the same nature, it takes in and absorbs that which has been discharged. Look at the activity that goes on just to generate light. When you talk about light, that's what's happening. Look at the activity just for light to shine. So what I was attempting to do was to compare the interactions of these atoms, how they smash and discharge and collide against one another. It represents like a struggle or the kind of contentions, some of the things that we go through. Because there is a certain designation that the Most High has placed on us. In the heavens, you got the sun. The sun shines on the earth. And the rays of the sun, it creates the temperatures. The ground, it gets heated by the sun. And the heat rises from the ground. And the cool air replace the warmer that's rising. The interaction of those two, it becomes moving air, which we call wind. And so What I'm trying to say, everything that's in the heavens, there are activities. You have gravitational pull of the earth that comes from the sun that makes the earth revolves. The Most High, he inspired Isaiah to speak on the heavens. And you look at Isaiah, the 40th chapter, and verse 26. It says, lift up your eyes on high and see who has created these things, who brings out their hosts by number. He calls them by name, by the greatness of his might and the strength of his power. Not one is missing. The Most High, he has numbered all the hosts of the heavens, given them names. And the Hebrew terminology for heavens is Shemayim, which really interprets names of the people. The Shemayim, which is the firmament, which is the expanse, which is the heavens. Long story short, heaven is a depiction of the Father's chosen ones. In the book of Enoch, the 43rd chapter, I'm going to start reading at verse 1. It says, and I saw the lightnings and stars of heaven. See, it's talking about the heaven here. And I saw how he called them all by names. And that complements what Isaiah said. And the weight in the righteous balance according to their proportions of light. I talked about light. For light to be generated, there's a smashing, there's a clashing, there is a vibration. And so you compare the disturbance that brings light to the earth and to the disturbances that we have to experience and has been experiencing for hundreds of years. Why? The Most High is working something out, the weightiness. He's making us dense, making us a quality people. Let me read on. And it said, I saw the width of their spaces in the day of their appearing, and how their revolution produces light. And I saw the revolution according to the number of the angels, and how they keep faith with each other. And I asked the angel who went with me to show me what was hidden. What are these? And he said to me, Yahweh of spirits have showed thee, or have showed you, their parabolic meaning. What the angel, which I believe was Gabriel, was telling Enoch, the Most High showed you a parable of what the heavens represent. Now remember what Paul said, the sufferings of this present world would not be compared to the glory that would be revealed in us, Romans 8 and 18. Now check this out. I'm still in Enoch, the 43rd chapter. Yahweh of spirit have shown thee their parabolic meaning. That's verse 4. These are the names of the holy who dwell on the earth. All the names that Isaiah talked about that's in the heavens, they represent the holy, the set apart people who dwell on the earth. This is the book of Enoch. Let me read it again. Yahweh of spirits have showed thee their parabolic meaning. These are the names of the holy who dwell on the earth and believe in the name. Many people, they get caught up on the name. That's why we call them Yah, which means Most High. Believe in the name of Yah of spirits forever and ever. Simply put, the glory that will be revealed in us is depicted in the heavens. And for the heavens to operate and to function, there's all kinds of activity that goes on in the midst for each atom to bring light. And so when the Most High chimed in the 38th chapter of Job, and he said, where were you when I laid the foundation? The Most High brought them poetry. But what was he doing? He was telling them all of the conflict, hardship, struggle, contentions that Job went through, just like we as a people continue to go through. It's bringing him glory, just like everything that's in the heaven bring the Most High glory, as each component does its duty. Many contentions, things being absorbed, things being discharged, vibrations, rotations, and as it orbit, the glory is being revealed in the heavens. And he said the heavens represent us. So when you look up into the heavens, you're looking at a complete depiction, perfect, solid presence of the covenant people.